Now, as we already know, this is a little scene from the movie Nutty Professor, and and in my opinion, this ain't just a scene from a movie. This is real life. Our people love to eat. Our people like to overindulge. Our people like to feast. And you speed it up to nowadays, you may not be at the table like this, but you go out there and you go to Popeyes and go get you two and three of them chicken sandwiches, and you gonna add a 2-piece spicy white with a large red bean. You know, you like to eat. You like to feast. You like to go to McDonald's and go get you a double cheeseburger, add mac sauce, shredded lettuce, and extra onion with a large fry, with a cookie and a McFlurry. And you know that the machine is gonna be down anyway. But anyway, you like to go to Wingstop and get the 30-piece crew pack with the Louisiana rub and the chicken parmesan and the lemon pepper. You like to eat. You like to overindulge. You like to feast. You know. So that's just not a movie. That's not a movie scene. That is real life. So with the Day of Atonement just passing, we're gonna get into fasting, and we're gonna filter this with the Bible. So we like to start in the book of Judith, the 4th chapter, and let's start in the 11th verse. It says, "Thus every man and woman and the little children and the inhabitants of Jerusalem fell before the temple and cast ashes upon their heads and spread out their sackcloth before the face of the Lord. Also they put sackcloth upon the altar." Why? Because Nebuchadnezzar, you read the whole story, Nebuchadnezzar was coming through putting a boot up in all the nation's asses, and he had gotten to us, and we was next. Verse 12, "And cried to the God of Israel, all with one consent earnestly." Why? Because you was in the worst case scenario. And we are in the worst case scenario right now. Right now, any day and any second, there can be martial law, curfews, checkpoints, race riots, race wars, death and destruction, thermonuclear attack. This place gonna be on total lockdown very, very soon. And your mind gonna need to be right with the Lord. It says that he would not give their children for a prey, and their wives for a spoil, and the cities of the inheritance to destruction, and the sanctuary to profanation and reproach, and for the nations to rejoice at it. Verse 13, "So God heard their prayers and looked upon their afflictions, for the people fasted many days in all Judea and Jerusalem before the sanctuary of the Lord Almighty." So what are we getting into? Fasting. And the fact that we just had the Day of Atonement, and the fact that it very well may take you to fast more than one day. You got to go above the call of duty. And just I'm talking about fasting, but also offering your body as a living sacrifice. So reading and studying the Bible, you know, meditating on his word just can't be one day. It got to be prayer without ceasing, reading without ceasing, studying without ceasing, getting out there and teaching without ceasing. Not just one day. You just go out and go teach on Friday, or you just go out and go teach on Saturday, and that's it. You know, no, you got to do more. You got to go beyond and above the call of duty. And what we're talking about mainly here is fasting. Okay, the people fasted many days in all Judea because we was about to catch pure hell during the time of Judith. So now I want to go from here to go to straight to the point in Judith 8 and verse 6. Now you read the backstory on this. Her husband had died, and we're going to the 6th verse. "And she fasted all the days of her widowhood, save the eves of the Sabbath and the Sabbaths, and the eves of the new moons and the new moons, and the feast and the solemn days of the house of Israel. She was also of a goodly countenance and very beautiful to behold. And her husband Manasseh had left her gold and silver and men servants and maid servants and cattle and lands, and she remained upon them. And there was none that gave her an ill word, for she feared God greatly. Now I can keep on going with this, but the reality that I want to hit is that Judith fasted, okay, all the days of her widowhood. It specifically tells you this. So let's go on and hit maybe a couple more scriptures, and then we'll be done with this. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. Because sometimes the Lord requires this from you. You got to go above the call of duty. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 35. It says this: "And it came to pass after this that I wept again and fasted 7 days in like manner, that I might fulfill the 3 weeks which he told me." Talking about Uriel. So I just wanted to hit a couple of scriptures just to let you know that sometimes it takes for us to go beyond the call of duty, and just one day of fasting just may not cut it. Sometimes you got to go 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a week, 3 weeks. Go above the call of duty to fast when you need to, and we damn sure need to, because we're in a worst case scenario, and go beyond the call of duty to get out there and offer your body as a living sacrifice, to teach more. Get out there, get your ass on out there and teach some more, man. Do an extra hour. You got a boxer. What's gonna be the difference a lot of time is your endurance. Sometimes you gotta go above the 3 miles or the 4 miles and do 5 and 6 miles, because the other guy's doing 3 and 4. Go and do 5 and 6 on their ass, and you're gonna outlast them a lot of the times. That's gonna be the difference. You gotta go above and beyond the call of duty. Fasting and praying is very, very important. We at that time. Go beyond the call of duty. So with that, I say double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great men, the prophets, the kings and priests, princes of Great Millstone. And to all you other brothers out there, keep on pushing. And definitely thank you to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. With that, Shalom.